Stop scrolling for 1 second, because what I'm about to show you might actually change the way you look at every car on the road today. Picture this: a brand new hybrid engine, fully built, fully tested, rolling off a line in less time than it takes you to brew a cup of coffee. Sounds impossible, right? Welcome to the world of BYD, a company that isn't just building electric cars anymore, it's quietly building an entire empire of engines, motors, and batteries inside some of the most secretive, most advanced factories on the planet. And here's the question that's been bugging me for weeks. Where exactly are these hybrid engines actually made? Is this happening in one giant factory, or is BYD running a hidden network of plants that most people have never even heard of? And honestly, what makes BYD's hybrid engines so different from everything Toyota, Honda, and even Tesla have thrown at the market? If you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now, because by the end of this video, you're going to understand something about the auto industry that 90% of car reviewers still haven't figured out. Let's get into it. The hidden empire behind the badge. Most people think Tesla invented the future of cars, but while everyone was watching Elon Musk's tweets, BYD was quietly building something far more dangerous to the competition: a closed-loop system where the engine, the battery, and the electric motor are not separate products bought from different suppliers. They're one single, tightly engineered combo, designed and built under one roof. That's the real secret. That's why BYD's hybrid cars are exploding in popularity across China, Southeast Asia, Latin America, the Middle East, and now even markets like India and the UK. So where does the magic actually happen? The bulk of BYD's hybrid powertrain production happens inside China, and the company that runs the show is a subsidiary most people outside the industry have never heard of: FinDreams Powertrain. This single division is responsible for engines, electric motors, transmissions, and the complete hybrid drive system. BYD built this arm specifically so it would never have to beg another company for a critical component again. Now let's talk locations, because this is where it gets genuinely wild. Shenzhen is where it all began, BYD's home turf, and still home to serious research and development, along with some production lines. This is the testing ground, the place where new ideas get tried before they're trusted with mass production. Zhengzhou is on a completely different scale. This mega factory is so enormous it genuinely feels like its own city. Cars roll off the line every few seconds here, and alongside full vehicle assembly, critical powertrain components are manufactured on-site as well. Automation here is staggering, robotic arms working around the clock with barely a human in sight on some lines. Xiaoyun is another giant, with annual capacity stretching toward 900,000 vehicles. This is where engines and complete hybrid systems for SUVs and sedans are built at scale. Changsha, tucked in Hunan province, has built a reputation for skilled labor and strong infrastructure, running dedicated hybrid production lines. Hefei is the newest of the group, and it's scaling up faster than almost anyone expected. Altogether, BYD now operates somewhere around 8 to 9 major production bases across China dedicated to hybrid components, and that number keeps climbing every year. Why vertical integration is BYD's real weapon? Here's the detail that almost nobody outside the engineering world actually understands. And it's the single biggest reason BYD can sell hybrids at prices that make legacy automakers nervous: vertical integration. Most car companies are basically assembly operations. The engine comes from one supplier, the battery from another, the motor from a third, and the whole company is essentially gluing together parts built by outsiders. BYD threw that playbook out completely. Inside its own facilities, it casts the engine block, winds the copper coils for the electric motor, assembles its own blade battery cells into packs, machines its own gearbox components, and tests the entire finished powertrain, all without ever picking up the phone to call an outside supplier. Think about what that actually means. No middleman markup, no waiting on a supplier's production schedule, no surprise quality issues from a third-party plant you don't control. When you own the entire chain from raw aluminum to a finished, tested engine, you control cost, you control quality, and you control your own destiny in a way almost no other car company on Earth can claim. Going global, but the engine still has a Chinese heart. BYD isn't staying contained to China anymore. New assembly operations have opened in Brazil, and production lines are active in Thailand and Uzbekistan. Fresh plants are under construction in Hungary and Turkey. But here's the detail most coverage glosses over. In nearly all of these overseas sites, final vehicle assembly happens locally, while the actual hybrid engines and core powertrain components are still shipped in from China, because that's where the infrastructure, the tooling precision, and decades of accumulated manufacturing know-how genuinely live. Local engine manufacturing in these regions is reportedly part of the long-term roadmap, but for now, China remains the undisputed engineering heart of every DM-IM hybrid sold worldwide. The numbers that should honestly shock you. Let's talk scale, because the raw production numbers here are almost hard to believe. Back in 2008, BYD launched the F3DM, the world's first mass-produced plug-in hybrid car. Since that moment, BYD has crossed a staggering 100,000 plug-in hybrid vehicles sold globally, giving the company roughly 35% of the entire worldwide PHEV market. That is not a side project. That is a company that has fundamentally outpaced almost every legacy hybrid maker on the planet. In recent years, BYD's total new energy vehicle output, combining EVs and hybrids, has pushed past 4.6 million units annually, with hybrids frequently outselling pure EVs in specific months. Total manufacturing capacity inside China alone now exceeds 5 to 6 million vehicles per year, and that number is still climbing as Zhengzhou, Xiaoyun, and Hefei continue expanding. And here's a fact that genuinely surprised me. Some of BYD's fastest lines push a completed vehicle off the assembly belt every 30 to 60 seconds. Multiply that across 24 hours, and you start to understand why this company can flood the market with new vehicles faster than almost anyone can track. After 2022, BYD made a decision that very few automakers would have had the courage to make. It completely stopped producing pure gasoline-only vehicles. Every single car from that point forward has been either fully electric or hybrid. That single decision alone reshaped the entire trajectory of the company. How a hybrid engine is actually built step by step. This is the part most car channels skip entirely, and it's honestly the most fascinating piece of the whole story. It begins with raw steel, aluminum, and specialized alloys arriving at the plant. From there, casting and forging take over, molten metal poured into precision molds to form the rough shape of the engine block, followed by forging processes that apply intense pressure to strengthen the metal at a molecular level. BYD's flagship hybrid engine, the 1.5-liter Xiaoyun, starts its life exactly this way. And here's the number that should genuinely stop you in your tracks. Independent reviews of the newest 5th-generation DMI system have clocked this engine's thermal efficiency at over 46%, with BYD's own official ratings sitting at 43.04% for the version already rolling out internationally. For context, most excellent production engines from any manufacturer top out around 40–41% thermal efficiency. Pushing past that ceiling is something engineers across the entire industry consider extraordinarily difficult, and BYD has done it with a 16:1 compression ratio, advanced direct injection, and an obsessively engineered cooling path that minimizes wasted heat. After casting comes machining, where the rough block is handed to CNC machines capable of tolerances finer than a human hair. Cylinders are bored, surfaces polished to a mirror finish, and components like pistons, the crankshaft, and connecting rods are shaped with a level of precision that has to be perfect, because in a hybrid powertrain, the combustion engine has to sync its timing flawlessly with the electric motor. A margin of error that would be invisible in a normal car can throw off the entire hybrid system here. Assembly comes next. Pistons drop into their cylinders, the crankshaft locks into place, and valves, the camshaft, and timing chain follow one by one, a careful choreography between human technicians and robotic arms. Oil channels and cooling jackets get inspected meticulously because this engine frequently operates like an onboard generator, quietly recharging the battery while the car cruises. Then comes the piece that genuinely sets BYD apart from almost every other hybrid maker on Earth, the EHS, or Electric Hybrid System. This is where the drive motor and the generator motor are built into a shared housing. A separate dedicated line handles the copper winding, magnet placement, and cooling architecture for these motors before they're fused with the engine, reducer, gearbox, inverter, and controller into one astonishingly compact unit that fits beneath the car's floor. The blade battery cells are produced in their own dedicated facility, then assembled into modules and full packs. After rigorous safety testing, the pack is electrically wired into the hybrid system alongside a battery management system that guards against overheating, overcharging, and degradation. But nothing leaves the factory untested. Bench testing pushes the engine through every conceivable speed and load. Durability testing runs units for extended periods to simulate years of real-world wear. Vibration, emissions, noise, and full electrical diagnostics on the EHS unit are checked independently, and anything that fails gets sent straight back for rework. Only powertrains that clear every single checkpoint move forward to final vehicle integration, where a dyno test simulates real road conditions before the car ever reaches a customer. DMI. Why this system genuinely feels like cheating. Here's where I need you to really pay attention, because this is the single biggest reason BYD's hybrids feel so different from anything Toyota or Honda has ever built. Traditional hybrids are engine first. The gasoline engine does the heavy lifting, and the electric motor just chips in occasionally. BYD's DMI system flips that completely on its head. It's electric first. Most of the time, you are essentially driving a full EV. Silent, instant torque, zero vibration. The gasoline engine often doesn't even fire up during normal city driving because the battery and motor are handling everything. There are 3 operating modes working behind the scenes. In EV mode, with a healthy battery charge, the car runs purely on electricity, and depending on the model, BYD now claims usable electric-only range stretching up to 200 kilometers in some configurations, a serious jump from earlier generations. In series/hybrid mode, once the battery dips low, typically around the 25% mark, the engine fires up, but it never directly turns the wheels. Instead, it spins a generator that feeds the motor or tops up the battery, always running at its most fuel-efficient RPM band. Then there's parallel mode, which kicks in when you need a genuine burst of power, like overtaking on a highway. Here, the engine and motor combine forces to push the car forward together. The latest fifth-generation DMI system, currently being tested and rolled out across global markets, has pushed the headline numbers even further. Combined range figures up to 2,100 kilometers. Real-world fuel consumption in mixed testing landing around 4.2 liters per 100 kilometers, even with a depleted battery. And an upgraded Blade battery boasting roughly a 15.9% increase in energy density over the previous generation, all without making the pack any bigger or heavier. The electric motors themselves are rated at around 97.5% efficiency, an extraordinary figure that leaves almost nothing on the table in terms of wasted energy. Compare that to Toyota's long-respected hybrid system, which is reliable, no doubt, but fundamentally engine first. The gasoline engine does most of the work, switching on and off constantly, even in city driving. BYD's approach feels fundamentally more modern. A smaller, smarter engine, a more powerful electric motor, and a bigger, more advanced battery pack, all working together to deliver the comfort of an EV without ever leaving you stranded on a long road trip. Inside the factory floor, the details most people never see. Walk through a BYD mega factory, and it genuinely feels less like an auto plant and more like a showroom for the future of manufacturing. Over 90% of operations across plants like Shenzhen, Zhengzhou, and Xiaoyun run on automated lines, with single technicians often overseeing multiple robotic arms simultaneously. What really sets this apart, though, is something most viewers never hear about: digital twin technology. Before a single physical part is built, BYD constructs a complete virtual replica of the machine and the production process inside a computer, running simulations to catch potential failures before they ever happen on the real factory floor. This saves enormous amounts of time, material, and money, and it's a major reason defect rates stay so low. AI-driven cameras and laser sensors scan every component in real time. The instant something deviates even microscopically from spec, the line halts automatically. Engine and battery performance data streams continuously to the cloud, letting engineers catch and correct issues almost instantly, rather than discovering them after thousands of units have already shipped. What comes next for BYD? The road ahead isn't without friction. Global prices for lithium, nickel, and cobalt swing unpredictably, and BYD is hedging against that by diversifying suppliers, investing in its own mining interests, and scaling up battery recycling programs to reclaim materials from older packs. Looking forward, BYD is pushing hard to expand local manufacturing across Brazil, Europe, and Southeast Asia over the next several years, training local workforces and adapting vehicles to regional needs. The next generations of DMI technology are already targeting even greater range and efficiency, smaller and smarter engines, more powerful motors, and over-the-air software updates that keep even older vehicles feeling current. Flex fuel variants are being explored for markets like Brazil, where ethanol blends are common, and advanced driver assistance features are steadily making their way into the hybrid lineup as well. The bottom line: BYD isn't just building cars anymore. It's quietly rewriting the rulebook for how the entire auto industry approaches manufacturing, efficiency, and vertical control over the supply chain. While Tesla chases headlines and Toyota leans on decades-old hybrid architecture, BYD has built an empire where the engine, the motor, and the battery aren't separate products bolted together. They're one engineered system, born inside some of the most advanced, most secretive factories on the planet. If this kind of deep dive into the real engineering behind the cars we drive is something you want more of, this is exactly the kind of content I plan to keep digging into. So make sure you're subscribed and the notification bell is on, because the next video is going to go even deeper than this one. Drop a comment and let me know. Do you think BYD's hybrid tech can actually outpace Toyota and Tesla long-term? Or is this just a phase? I'll see you in the next one. Drive safe.